Do not forget the Lord. Be careful to follow every command I am giving you today, so that you may live and increase and may enter the possession, enter and possess the land that the Lord promised and on oath to your forefathers. Remember how the Lord your God led all the way in the desert these 40 years to humble you and to test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commands. He humbled you, causing you to hunger and then feeding you with manna, which neither you nor your fathers had known, to teach you that man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. I'm going to read that one more time because that's really it just sticks. He humbled you, causing you to hunger, and then feeding you with manna, which neither you nor your fathers had known, to teach you that man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. Just a quick pause. Who else said that in the Bible? That specific thing, that specific, literally. Guesses? Comments? The answer is Jesus. Okay, so think about that. I'm going to continue on. Your clothes did not wear out and your feet did not swell during these 40 years. Another big revelation. So the whole time that they were in the wilderness, their clothes did not wear out and their feet did not swell during these 40 years. So it was as if they left new and remained new the whole time. So think about that. Think about how today you may have like a sweater or something that you cherish or you've had for a very long time, and you know that it starts breaking down over time. Have you had something 40 years? Does it look the same? I mean, sometimes, we have so many chemicals and things, but it's not in our clothing, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Because this is showing us that the Lord, it was almost like the Lord stopped time for these items or protected their clothes on their back so that they weren't worn. They didn't look like they had been wandering around in the wilderness for 40 years. It says a lot. Know then in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, so the Lord your God disciplines you. Observe the commands of the Lord your God, walking in his ways and revering him. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land, a land with streams and pools of water, with springs flowing in the valleys and hills, a land with wheat and barley, vines and fig trees, pomegranates, olive oil and honey, a land where bread will not be scarce and you will lack nothing, a land where the rocks are iron and you can dig copper out of the hills. When you have eaten and are satisfied, praise the Lord your God for the good land he has given you. Be careful that you do not forget the Lord your God, failing to observe his commands, his laws, and his decrees that I am giving you this day. Otherwise, when you eat and are satisfied, when you build fine houses and settle down, and when your herds and flocks grow large, and your silver and gold increase, and all you have is multiplied, then your heart will become proud, and you will forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. He led you through the vast and dreadful desert, that thirsty and waterless land, with its venomous snakes and scorpions. He brought you water out of hard rock. He gave you manna to eat in the desert, something your fathers had never known, to humble and to test you, so that in the end it might go well with you. You may say to yourself, my power and the strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. But remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms his covenant, which he swore to your forefathers, as it is today. If you ever forget the Lord your God and follow other gods and worship and bow down to them, I testify against you today that you will surely be destroyed, like the nations the Lord destroyed before you. So you will be destroyed for not obeying the Lord your God. So this is another thing to think about. So let's say you're among the people who have wealth, have everything, or everything that you think you could have. This right here is telling you, it's to remind you who gave you those things, who allowed for you to have those things to begin with. All good things come from above. So don't forget that those good things, material things, are from the Lord. Do we take time to remember that? When you buy your new Mercedes, when you purchase your first private jet, when you buy yourself a company, a new company, or you end up inheriting a corporation or something, do you believe that you did it with your own hands? Even if you felt like you worked your way to the top, even if you felt like you scratched and digged and clawed your way up to be president and CEO of a company, do you really believe that you did it? That it was all you? This is something to think about. I mean, the Lord speaks. Here's the Lord speaking all the way, thousands and thousands of years ago in the Old Testament, and Moses is talking. But yet, this is the living word. This is the past, the present, and the future. The Bible goes beyond us. I am one of those that really believe that the Bible not only speaks to us in the past, present, and future, but it's also beyond our comprehension and knowledge, because this is direct wisdom from the Lord. So we have to pray about understanding, and the Lord will provide some understanding for us. But you can look at this in so many ways, and one of them is, do you understand that the Lord provided you those opportunities? That it was the Lord that set your life in motion? That it was the Lord that brought you to your present? We have to think about those things. What kind of ideas or thoughts come to mind when you read over this passage? How does it make you feel? What does it make you think?